Hello, 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 and welcome back to the podcast. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. You guys are so awesome. I just keep hearing about how you just love the podcast and you'll just listen and listen and listen. And so I appreciate you. Who's ready for Christmas? Hey, if you guys have family that need the book, if you have neighbors that need the book, whatever. We have a great special going on right now where you can buy both of my books, Nelson's books, and get both audio versions for free and $10 off the bundle. Smoking deal. I am pretty sure that is all online. I know we have an ad going with a link, but it should all be there in the bundle, and then you're going to get all that awesomeness. So if you have been waiting to buy the book, I don't know that I've ever put a better deal on books than now. And so go ahead, grab the books, and then share them. Share them with everybody. If you need stocking stuffers, share them. If your family, if you buy both of the books, and you give a book to somebody that says, well, I don't read. Is that same person on social media? Are they reading forums online? Are they reading magazines? Oh, guess what they're reading? Are they driving down the road and they see a sign and they know where to turn? Oh, guess what you read? You mean you don't want to read stuff with a spine because it's scary. Yeah, I get that. I get that. But these aren't scary. They'll sleep just fine. We're not going to create nightmares. Anywho, books are on sale. Get them before Christmas. Here is another thing that I just want to point out. We send all of our books, any paperback book that you get, we send it USPS with priority shipping. Yes, it is $9, over $9 for priority shipping. I'm not upcharging. Thank the good old USPS for those rates. And then, yes, thank them for not getting it delivered on time or not getting it delivered at all. I just had a nice lady message and ask where her book was. I'm sure she was frustrated. The post office has it. I can't resend books if the post office doesn't get it there. I can help you as much as I can. But you guys, the post office is the post office. I can't help you. Okay, so here's what we're going to talk about today. Toxic social media. I don't know if it is just my feed on TikTok, Instagram, whatever, because you get into the algorithm. But lately, it has been just horribly negative and toxic. And I've had about enough of it. And so we went on vacation, AKA down to Texas to see James and have a little family trip. And I just stayed off of all social media. No Facebook, no Instagram, no TikTok, none of it. Now, LinkedIn is not typically negative because it's LinkedIn and it's business owners and people have abundance mindset typically. But TikTok I don't know if it's just my feed or if people are just crabby because it's holidays or what the deal is. But this is what I'm seeing. And this is kind of all I'm seeing. Farmers and ranchers either fighting with each other amongst groups within the farming and ranching industry, or everybody talking about how hard it is. And they're not talking, they're complaining about how hard it is. I don't like complaining. I like solutions. So if it's hard for you, what have you done to get out of that, right? Let's talk about the situation and then let's provide a solution. Let's talk about the experiences we had. Let's talk about how far we've come and reflect on how far we've come. But this is what I'm hearing. This is so hard. This is so hard. It's impossible. We can't do it. It's not possible. And I know I have talked about this before, but it feels like what I'm seeing, we need to have this discussion again. Because we get to choose to have an abundance mindset or a scarcity mindset. We get to choose to be negative or positive. And it is super, super easy to be negative. So it is scientifically proven that it is super easy to be negative. I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head. But we cannot be negative and positive at the same time. We cannot have abundance and scarcity thoughts at the same time. And last time I did this podcast, which was a long time ago, I had several people reach out to me and say, thank you very much for talking about that, because I did not know the difference between abundance and scarcity. And all abundance is, you know what? We will get what we need to get in the time we will get it. This might suck today, but eventually it's all going to happen. There is more than enough ground to go around. When we hear farmers and ranchers talking about the fact that we don't have enough ground to farm, we don't have enough ground to buy, they're not making any more ground. That is very much a scarcity mindset. And everything that we do is based off of scaring us, right? Everything in the last 2 years, everything in the history of whatever, if somebody wants to have an agenda made, we can scare you. So let me give you an example. I could scare you into buying life insurance because I'm a life insurance agent, right? So all I have to do is tell you about all the people that have died, that die under age 65. I can scare you into buying it in a heartbeat. I can tell you one scary story after another to the point where it's going to create some sort of an anxiety, a fear, something inside of you that is going to move you to take action. That is how all marketing in the world works. Most of it is done off of scarcity mindset. I do not like a scarcity mindset. I like to have an abundance mindset. So if you see any of my marketing, if you hear me talking, it's how do we provide a solution? You need to control the banking function in your life. How do we make the bank plan B instead of plan A? How can we do all these things and provide solutions instead of just saying, oh my gosh, it's so hard and we can't do it? If we are going to go on to TikTok and we are going to talk about, and we're going to have all these people following us eventually, or we're following all these people, and all they're talking about is how hard it is, and they're not providing us any value, any solutions, nothing that we can learn from. What happens is we all just get down in the dumps. And pretty soon we all just say the same thing. It's so hard. The bank is so mean. Life is so difficult. And I don't care if you're farming or not farming. Frankly, it doesn't matter to me. Right? If you have a scarcity mindset, and that is all you hear all day long, if you are farming with grandpa and dad, and you are young, and you are a go-getter, and you want to try all these things, and they come in and go, wah, wah, wah. Guess what? Pretty soon, you're going to sound like that too. Wah, wah, wah. We can't. Grandpa said it's hard. Dad said it's hard. How do we get out of that? Surround yourself with people that are doing well. Because even let's just use the dairy industry as an example. So many people not making money in the dairy industry, yet I have dairy clients that are making a lot of money. Why? Why are you making a lot of money when somebody else isn't? Is it still hard for them? Yes. But have they found a solution? What are they doing that's better? those are the people we want to hang out with, right? I don't hang out with people that can't provide me value. I want somebody that is doing better than me. I want to be surrounded with people that are doing well in life and all aspects of life, business, health, whatever, faith. I want to hang out with those people so I am constantly learning and my brain is challenged. We sometimes get stuck on the farm to the point where we think there is no out. Then we go to the banker and then it's wah, wah, wah. And then we come home and it's more wah, wah, wah. And then equipment breaks. And I mean, we have a lot of negative things that happen in a day. I cannot, y'all know that I do not farm. And when I talk to farmers and ranchers, I can't, oh, that calf died. Oh, they got stuck in a snowstorm. Oh, that piece of equipment broke down. Oh, that tire fell off of the hay feeder. The constant fixing. I have zero patience for that kind of stuff, which is exactly why I don't physically have cattle and I don't physically farm. Now, my husband, he would have more patience for that stuff, right? And we're buying equipment as I speak. We are doing some stuff around here, but I am not going to be out there in that tractor because as soon as something goes wrong, nope. I like my world that I can control. And does stuff go wrong for me? Yes, but I don't have to run to town and get bearings or, gee, I don't have the right wrench for that. Or whoever the engineer was that created this is an idiot because he doesn't ever bail and he doesn't know how a baler should actually work. And getting to the part I need to fix is almost impossible. I got to take the whole baler apart, right? Not my thing. Not my husband's thing, but not my thing. I don't want to go out feed cows when we have 25 inches of snow and then worry about how to get to them. Nope, I will pay you for your trouble in the cost of meat per pound. But those things can get us down very, very quickly. Because as a farmer and a rancher, it is constant trouble day after day after day after day. But we have to sit back and find the abundance in that. And if we get into that algorithm on social media, it can be very, very toxic. And there are a couple podcasts that I really love. I love the Barn Talk podcast because they are very solution-based. They are very much diversified. They are looking into all avenues of income, not just what's going on in their operation. I love it. Working Cows podcast, same thing. Clay very much is an abundance mindset. These are super important things. It is a live or die situation in farming a lot of times, right? We have to look for the good. We have to understand that now might be bad, but what's the other guy doing that is so good that we could take that information and apply it? We maybe need to get off the farm to go to a conference and meet other people. I talked to a client yesterday that he has struggled. And I absolutely love this client. Todd, if you're listening, hello, buddy. I know you listen to every podcast. When I met him, he was at the lowest of low times. And I would get phone calls from him and he would say, Mary Jo, I can't even tell you what this has done to help me where I am today because you've given me hope through the whole Farming Without the Bank. You have given me hope. And now, I mean, what everything that could have possibly went wrong for this poor guy when I met him. But he never let that get him down. He was always looking at opportunities. He attends conferences. I had my Farming Without the Bank conference. He attended it. He met other people there. He built relationships. When I talked to him this week, he was at several conferences. He has met several people. He has hosted people smarter than him so he can learn from them. He has teamed up with people to help him because guess what? He doesn't have all the money in the world. He can't go to the bank and just get everything because he had lost everything. He has been in rebuild mode, but he has figured out ways to do it without having to go to the bank. He did not sit by and say, "It is too hard, I can't do it." Now, most people listening to this podcast, most people that I talk to do not have that mentality, because if they did, they would have never even read the book to begin with. But here is the thing with social media. We either get to feed into it or we get our own narrative to say, no, it's not too hard, and rephrase the question and say, how can I? Stop the madness. It is rolling rampant in the farming and ranching industry from what I can tell. If we go down that road of toxic, it is very, very hard to get out of. Very hard to get out of. And it is not necessary. We need to start changing the narrative and start helping each other and start providing solutions and suggestions. That doesn't mean we have to do anything. Here is the other thing. If I'm going to provide you a solution or a suggestion and you continue to do what you're doing, then just be quiet. Because what if you're doing something that is not working, why would you keep doing the same thing? That is called insanity. If it's not working, let's change it and let's figure out how to change it. And let's be creative like Todd. Todd did not say, I can't do it. He said, how can I do it? Even though he lost everything, and I am sure many times that he wanted to give up, he didn't. He just kept aligning himself with the right people. And every single time along the way, I am cheering him on because eventually it is all going to turn around, and it is turning around, and it is the best thing in the world to watch. Was it turned around on his time frame? Absolutely not. None of us get it turned around on our time frame. Remember, we are not in charge. God is in charge. And he does not work on our time frame. I wish that he would, because then life would be easier for all of us, but he does not. Pay attention to what you are watching. Pay attention to what you're putting in your head. A lot of what is happening is very scarcity driven. Pay attention to how the message is delivered. And it is so funny because so many people will say to me, Mary Jo, I listen to other podcasts of maybe my competitors or colleagues or other industry, people in the farming and ranching industry, and they say, I can hardly listen. I'm getting to the point where I can hardly listen because it's so negative. And I love it that you're not negative. And I can be negative. Oh, I can be negative about a few things. I tend to, there's certain rants I can get on, right? But my brain goes to solutions. If your brain doesn't go there, if you don't want to network, force yourself there. Get off the farm. We are coming into prime farm and ranch industry seminars. Believe me, I know. I am constantly getting asked to speak. And February? No, not February. I am booked in February already. But so many of them happen in the winter for you guys. Leave the farm. Hire somebody to come feed cattle if you can. Take your wife on a trip if you can. Get off the farm to see what else is going on in the country. Go have a good time. You are allowed to do so. Your mind will shift. But so many young people are stuck right now, and all I am hearing is it's so hard. It's so hard. Nobody said it's going to be easy, and nobody said mom and dad had it easy. Nobody said grandpa and grandma had it easy. It wasn't easy to homestead it. It's not going to be easy to start on your own if you're homesteading. None of it's going to be easy. None of it's going to be done on your time frame. Everybody wants it yesterday. It's not going to happen that way. And it's not going to happen without challenges along the way. I didn't build my business without challenges. Every day is, not every day, not now anymore, but for many years, every day was a challenge. There were days that I wanted to just throw the towel in. There were days I thought, oh, I can't do this. But instead I said, how can I? What do I need to change? What do I need to do? We can't look at successful people and expect that they got there overnight. It's so funny. Somebody said to me one time, oh, yeah, you're finally successful. It just took you 10 years to get there. Yes, that's exactly right. 10 years. Not 1, not 2, 10. So if you are new, be patient. Be ready for the fight. Be ready for the challenges. But stop saying how hard it is and start looking at what other people are doing, learning from their lessons. It's a narrative that society has put on farmers and ranchers that it's so hard. It's so hard. Oh, everybody else has it so much easier. Do they, or do we just not hear about it? It's going to be hard, and it's always going to be hard. But not everybody has that same struggle. And if they don't, then why? And don't tell me it's because somebody left them money. Because that's not always the case. It is very rarely the case, in fact, that somebody got left everything. We want to say that because it's what we've heard, but it's not the case. And when I say I've talked to thousands of farmers, I have talked to thousands and thousands of farmers and ranchers. I have heard the stories. The majority of my clients are doing very well financially. Why? Because they're doing it differently. They're looking, they're learning. They have an abundance mindset. It's a different ballgame, my friends. So if you are that person that wants to have an abundance mindset, you may have to limit social media. You may have to find people to follow on social media that have an abundance mindset and unfollow those that are negative. If somebody has a lot of drama in their life, I'm out. I'm out. I can't do it. Can't do it. Don't need it. Causes me not anxiety, but causes me anger. I can't do it. If you want to complain that everything is hard and you keep doing the same thing, I'm out. I can love you from a distance, but I am not going to be right there beside you every single day listening to the same thing. Nope. Can't do something for yourself. I'm out. Not doing it for you. And I don't know why. Again, but it has been rampant lately. And so therefore, I've stepped back. I haven't done a lot of TikToks. I haven't been on TikTok for a couple weeks. I don't need it. When I go on TikTok and my stomach starts to turn, bleh, bleh, no, I don't need to read anything. I don't need to listen to anything because it is not, I have brain cells dying every single time I see stuff that is just not beneficial. I'm killing brain cells that could have been empowered. This is the same reason I don't watch a lot of TV, because I can just feel my brain cells just disappearing. That's what I tell my family. That show is going to kill my brain cells. I am not participating in it. I am the type of person that wants to constantly learn, or I need to just be relaxing or whatever. But I don't want negativity and I don't want drama. And if that is you, step away from it. Limit yourself from it. surround yourself with people that will help. But those people that are offering help, you need to take action on the things they are telling you to do. Because what you're doing now is not working. Social media can be very helpful and it can be very detrimental. And you have to know when enough is enough. I will go back on social media, but I'm going to like a whole bunch of inspirational stuff, a whole bunch of motivational stuff, a whole bunch of stuff that is just positive, and I will get more of that. That is the one nice thing about TikTok, is their algorithm is very, very quick to give me what I want. But it's also very, very quick to give me what I don't want. Okay, guys. Christmas is around the corner. Let's go into December with a good attitude, with a solution-based and an abundance-based attitude, not something that is negative. And then we sit around the table as a family and talk about how hard everything is. Can we talk about how we can make it easier, how we can change things? That's what we should be talking about. If we want a pity party, anybody's going to jump on that train. I'm not, but most people will. I am here to help you with solutions. I am here to empower you. I get super excited when you guys are doing something different, when you're taking some challenge, when you're going to up-level yourself. That excites me. It is not exciting for anybody to hear how hard it is. And we all have that family member that just complains about how hard it is. You give them suggestions and they don't do anything. And you stop and you distance yourself. All right. That was today's pep talk. I don't know. I felt like you needed it. And, here's the thing. I see it all the time because people think infinite banking is pointless. Oh, that's stupid. That's stupid. What? You've got a scarcity mindset if you think that infinite banking is stupid. You haven't even looked at it. You don't want to learn anything differently. You're not my client. That's why I don't run across those people, because they don't call me. I have surrounded myself with people that have abundance, and it's awesome because there's a lot of them out there. But if you're super negative, they might just be walking away from you because it's you. If you don't have anybody in your group that's super negative, could be you. You could be the one. If you're constantly asking for advice and then you're not taking it, you could be the one. I doubt it because you're listening to this podcast. Most people that listen to podcasts are very abundance mindset. They want the solution. They want to do something different. They want to be educated. But social media can be very toxic. All right, guys. I don't know if that helped. Usually I like to help you. I don't know that helped, but I do hope that changed some thought processes. If you have not gotten the book, like I said at the beginning, go to farmingwithoutthebank.com. Grab it. It is the best deal you will ever get on my books. If you have a gift to buy the gifts, share it with your family. You'll soon find out which ones have a scarcity mindset and which ones have an abundance mindset. This is an easy way to do it. Let me know if you need me. Mary Jo at withoutthebank.com. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next podcast.